That's working. Ah! I think we're all good. I think everything's where it should be. I don't know why I'm walking. You can just fly over there. Alright, Stola, you ready for the best battle scene ever? Yeah. Gathering teammates from the step. Gotta get everybody working together. Boy. What do you gotta say for yourself, Ian?
I will never tire of this vista.
It is
The
one of my
endless
favorite
fields, the
map
boundless
areas.
skies. 'Tis a sight
For
to make a
something so
man
empty, I
forget
don't know
his
why I like
cares.
it so much.
But not his purpose, I trust. Might this be a fitting moment to tell us what we are doing here?
We're gathering people, Yushtola. How is this not... How do you
Of
not
course.
understand this?
During my time with the mole, I learned some few myths of this land. One goes thus. In the distant past, when all seemed doomed, a wayfaring soul came unto the steppe. Venturing into the northern crag, he received of Nama a sliver of her essence, a shard of the shining moon, and with it clove
Well, I guess
the
it's not
tainted
flat
land
flat
from the
when I
earth.
think about it. There's actually a lot of hills and
The end
crevices
thus
throughout it.
averted. To these fields did the wayfaring soul return, and venturing once more into the northern crag, he buried the shard, and made unto the heavens an offering of blood.
A tainted land cloven from the earth and an offering of blood to the heavens. Azizlar and Dalamud.
That was my thinking, yes.
And you believe that yonder mountains hide an artifact possessed of sufficient power to raise Azizlar up to the heavens?
Probably.
I suppose that might suffice.
Worth a closer look, would you say?
I would.
You know, this is one of the few times I'm actually wearing an outfit that matches the situation and people I'm with. Like, this doesn't feel that out of place compared to some of the other outfits I've worn. Alright, I'm gonna go see the mole. By that I mean come to fly over to the mole. Yeah, 'cause it does have a lot more hills than I remember. I just like this area. Very nice. Like, even when I had to do the Namazu quest for their beast tribe, it was nice. It was nice. You know what? Maybe it's because I did the Mughals before it, and fucking the Mughals hated me on how much They're the second most hated beast tribe I've ever done. Second only to the Ixal, who will forever be the worst beast tribe. Skip. You're not talking, I'm not listening. You gotta say, Shola. Let's go check it out. What are we thinking? Wait.
an abundance of ether.
For some
Are we in
reason, I
luck?
thought we fought someone up here.
We are. This is an Allagan artifact, most likely built to regulate the flow of ether. I strongly suspect the ancients used it to stem the flow from here to the burn. That would explain how they were able to untether what became Azys La from its surroundings. But were we to throw open the floodgates, the resultant deluge would surely be sufficient to raise our wall. And in restoring the flow, we may also restore life to the wasteland.
Questions, thoughts?
What is it?
While the device itself harbors a surfeit of ether, the opposite is true of the surrounding area. An effect of regulation, perhaps. A similar phenomenon seemed to be occurring in Doma. Whatever the explanation, the answer will not reveal itself here. We have seen what we needed to see. Let us return to Mol Ilo.
Now, you know what? If you're gonna have me walking away with the cutscene, you can at least have me start, like, right here. Like, I know it'd be a little thing, a little teleport for the people during the cutscene, but continuity. I would appreciate those little details. Get on it, Yoshi P. You guys can do it. One little teleport added to that cutscene. Add continuity. Or you could have it like you used to, where everyone walks off without us, and we just stand there staring like an idiot. Always an option. It's probably closer. Saru! Where have you been? Are you up for a fight? So you are up for a fight? Look, the pillars have power. We want to use that power. Fight time. Alright, I'm here. I'll kick your ass. Kick your ass into the next century. You can't beat me. Black mage versus my white mage.
Yes! This spot shall serve as well as any. I shall enjoy this Harn.
Is this truly necessary? Have you no peaceable way of making decisions?
You stole it?
Speak
Shut
not
your
of
trap.
peace. You stand before proud warriors
I want
of
my
the
fight.
Dothal. In the heat of battle, do our souls burn brightest? We lay low the strong that we may rise higher.
I love this character way too much.
That is our way. The way of might. There is no other.
Oh, they do not want for conviction.
Indeed, it's what makes them such dangerous enemies and such useful allies.
I didn't realize those
Enough
things
talk!
wave.
It is time to fight!
Black maid versus the white maid. Let us see how this turns out for you. Come on. Let's get rid of that first life. Nah, come on. Pick your ass up. I'm ready for round 2.
In death do our souls sing!
Sadu, you need to do more than that. Come on. You could do more. But how do you get healed up? All I have? Bitch, I've knocked your ass out 3 times! Pick it up!
In death do our souls sing! In death do our souls sing!
Only one more life to live. Yeah, come on, do it. Fight me more. And more fights.
In death do our souls sing! In death do our souls sing!
Whoa! Longest stream starting window I've seen in a while was 15 plus minutes. We
Yes,
definitely didn't hit
yes!
15 minutes.
Not since the Nardum has my
Did we?
soul burned so!
Hold on, let me refresh. Yeah, no, the page is running.
Come, we have only just begun.
I'm so confused! What?
Enough!
Audio's on. That's on.
You were not granted
Audio's
leave
on.
to set the step ablaze.
Alright, I can hear myself.
Well, well, the sun has
You
come
have me
up.
so lost.
Be gone, Moonstruck Oranir! I am busy!
Fool of a Dothal! Have you forgotten the face of your master already?
What?
The sun will never
Look.
set! From his seat on
Was it
high,
that message
he
that
reigns
you
over
rolled
all,
over?
now
What?
and forever.
Look, no, I definitely had it on the thing the whole time. At least
Yet what
OBS
should
has
he
been
find
putting it out.
here but a battle to determine the fate of the steppe. A battle waged without his blessing. This will not
Look,
stand.
I don't know what Twitch was
You,
doing.
Doman! You who come to
I've
petition
been
the
sitting here
warriors of this
talking
land,
forever.
forget that all Nama's children are wards of
That was
the
actually
Orani.
probably one of my
As
shortest
first
starting
among my
streams. I
brothers,
think it was only
your
like
petition is mine
minutes.
alone to judge.
kind of wish we could have stayed with Sadu and
These words are
seen
as
what
wind from
happened
a
with the
horse's
rest of this
backside.
fight.
Plentiful, but your axe sings more sweetly. Let
You
her
on-
speak for you.
That was the starting screen. Well, that's disappointing.
Insolent child. You
I,
will learn your place.
Well, I don't know what broke in there.
Forgive me, Brother Magni, but we have an arrangement with the Dothal. We will not abide any interruptions.
So be it.
You.
The sun will
you
pass
say you're
judgment on all.
right.
Didacul, join me.
I guess. I still wish I could have stayed with
The
this
sun
fight.
is in good company. We may dance alone.
I only had to kill her 9 more times. I totally could have done it. She didn't stand a chance.
Beg not for mercy, for you will have none. Bear witness to the power and the glory of Azim!
Lore! Hi. Thanks for the resub.
Constantly at each other's throats like rabid.
Your screen was over
Dogs.
3 minutes since the
God.
stream started.
I'm turning
I
into
swear
her.
to God, it was not!
I have not the patience for this. But if we must fight,
Yeah, I
Let
guess
us at
I'll only
least be
know when I
brief.
go back
Come.
to see the VOD. Also, I'm sorry for the late start today. I got distracted baking cookies. You don't got a lot to work with here. Why aren't you a black mage yet?
Bow down before me!
like 2:48 in the timestamp when the screen is replaced with game.
Concentrate!
Oh, shit! He needs healed. I forgot. Probably need to heal myself for a
Bow
second.
down before me!
Mark well and learn!
Kneel or die!
Ian, if you would fucking, take some aggro.
Bow down before me! Tremble before the sun!
Oh, I see. We've just gotta fucking beat you up. Huh.
Let us be about it!
Oh, it won't let me kill him before. Dragon Dogma 2 when I want to watch those FPS die.
Yeah!
Look,
Aether! To me!
I heard he said Dragon's Dogma isn't exactly my jam. So I imagine Dragon's Dogma 2,
Have at
which
you!
apparently people are already mad at for microtransactions, is probably not the greatest game for me. Besides, I have a 4070. It should be able to run it decently. Ah, one of the greatest cutscenes.
Never have I felt such bliss in defeat. 'Twas a battle to burn
Very
soul and
second
flesh
account,
to ash.
sure.
We Dothal will lend you our strength as promised. Narma's power is yours to wield. What does the sun say to that?
The sun is not driven by base motives such as yours. But they have been judged and found worthy. It is the way of the Oronir to accord recognition and respect to the strong. You have made sufficient proof of your strength. The sun shall answer your call.
Yeah, I guess you
You
guys
have
would
our
be
thanks.
useful as fodder.
We are glad to call you
Dragon's Dogma
allies.
2 music so mid that they're selling a DLC to change the music to better Dragon's Dogma.
You?
Jeez.
By what are you called?
Please tell me that's not true.
Y'shtola, why?
Are you my Nama?
It's true. It's $2.
I beg your pardon?
I don't know what to think of that. That
In battle, you shone with all the majesty of the
Fucked up.
full moon's light. Your healing touch, the embodiment of the Dusk Mother's love.
Look,
Long had I wondered if my Nama might not be a woman of the steppe. Beholding you, I am
I'm not
all
gonna
but
miss it.
certain.
It's right here.
Now, look into my eyes. Could it be? Could you be?
I am. Not interested, little son. Try again when you've become a man.
Little son. Little son.
Little son! Little son!
Best reaction.
Does it pain you, little son? Crave you salve to soothe the ache? Fire to sear the wound in your heart?
We have wasted enough time here. Sirin awaits for word of our success.
Check the sun, Chad, but not the night sim. I mean, the night simp didn't kidnap people to try to see if they would be a good wife. Alright, we're all done with you guys. All this is completed. We can start powering up the one thing. To the wall! What the hell's the weather? Sandstorm? Gale. Motherfucker, this is more than a gale. It's a lot of. This is a sandstorm. Kind of hope we come back to the steppe at some point. Wonder. I wonder if Dawntrail will be just in the new zones, or if they'll have us come back to Eorzea for any little things. Because I don't really think we'd have a reason to come back right now, because we kind of... Eorzea is in a state of okayness. I like that we just stand there, not helping her out at all. Like, we're just as accomplished of a white mage at this point. Just not helping her.
Did it work?
I do kind of
It
want her
did.
staff, though.
Ethan,
Glowy purple one. Because healing isn't ever very important in the plot. Probably why they made her a black mage. And we're like, nah, we only really need one healer on the team. Alfie'll do. Hey, when you go all dark and broody and get your dark staff, can I have that one? Less. Oh, go do a different area. Oh, no, wait. I hate. It's one of the things I did hate about this expansion. Stupid Doman Enclave. And that there's no map for me to just click on. Snooki Orsia for a Realm Reborn 2 Electric Boogaloo. Look. Don't tempt them. They might do it. Yeah, not a spoken cutscene. Skip. Alright, I'm gonna go talk to our friends in Alamigo. Oh, I didn't go far enough. There we go. You guys find Alfie? Hey, you, let me inside.
Mistress Lys, Commander Aldin, it gives me great pleasure to formally welcome the city-state of Alamigo to the Eorzean Alliance.
And do I want to
The
listen to
pleasure
this?
is ours, Your Grace. I know I speak for all Alamegans when I say that we are glad of this chance to stand with our comrades of the Alliance.
And we, for our part, are glad indeed to be able to welcome friends both old and new.
Lord Hien of Dorma, at your service. Pray, accept my heartfelt thanks for your generous invitation.
Nay, 'tis we who must thank you for journeying so far. And 'twould be remiss of me not to acknowledge the part the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have played in bringing all of us together. In times of great unrest, you and yours have been our constant companions.
Yeah,
Without
how did
whom
we end up in this
we would
position?
not be here.
Wasn't our whole gig as an
With
organization
apologies to
just
Lord
taking down
Hien
primals?
and Mistress Alisaie,
Why
it
are we
occurs
now
to
in
me
the seat
that we
of
have not gathered in this
controlling
way since that
wars?
fateful day
What?
in Uldar.
Isn't this exactly what
The day I lost
we were
my
supposed to
arm and my
avoid
freedom.
after
As I lay
Alphino
in my
realized
cell, never
his
did I dream that I would
grand
one day
company
be given the
idea
chance
was
to
a bad
represent my
idea?
homeland at this council. I would not even be alive had you not plucked me from the jaws of death. You, Yugiri, and Alphino.
like a series
Would
of
that the lad
dominoes
could be
went
with
off
us.
and we ended up leading wars for some reason.
I too owe my presence here to Alphino. In so
What,
many
me?
ways. Until such time as he returns, I mean to carry on his good work as best I can.
Come, friends. Let us leave the past in the past and turn our eyes to the future. My Lord Hien, pray, tell us how things stand
I
in the
can't wait
east.
for better hair. I mean, some of the newer hairstyles are fine, but the older hairstyles, like the one I like to use all the time, just does not look great when up close. Want to lead a fortress commoner style.
Having heard the rumors of dissent in Garlemald, I dared to dream of a peaceable solution.
The Empire will not so easily change its ways. If the Garleans have a mind to take back Doma and Alamigo, we'll be hard-pressed to stop them, even with the might of 6 nations. But while we lack the strength to fight the tide, a course may yet present itself, if we read the winds aright.
I have been wondering. So, WoW introduced a battle royale. What do you think the chances are the Final Fantasy devs introduce a battle royale for us?
The Ascians.
Indeed. All here have felt their blighted touch. It was the Bringers of Chaos who nurtured the Archbishop's tyrannical ambitions. They who bestowed upon him the secrets of summoning, as they have so many others before and since. And while they remain, we shall know no peace.
Our
This
objective
table
is
is
clear.
way too fucking
The
wide.
question is how to achieve it. That our enemy parades about in Xenos' skin poses problems in itself, but
At least
how do we get
Blitzball
to
is added
them?
first.
How are we to infiltrate
At this point,
the
we all
Empire
know they're
and
never
get
adding
close enough to
Blitzball.
strike?
It's not happening. Which is funny, because they do have all those swimming animations that they've already built in.
An assassination attempt
And
on
you could do a
Garlean soil would
backflip
do
while
little to
swimming.
aid our cause, even were it to succeed. It's time we used our enemy's preferred
Might
tactic.
actually not be that hard to add
Subterfuge.
Blitzball. Blitzball is painful.
You have an idea?
Speak your mind, Master Thancred. None here know the enemy better than the Scions, and you mayhap best of all. Whatever
Hey.
it is you propose, we will give it fair hearing. On that you have my
Sparrowweb,
word.
you don't have to bring up him being
Very
taken
well,
over
Admiral.
by them.
My proposal is thus.
Kill
We
the bad
dispatch
guys.
the shinobi to Imperial territory. There, they sow the rumor that the Crown Prince perished in the battle for Alamigo, and that the man parading around is in fact a corpse inhabited by a servant of darkness.
Well, it does have the ring of truth about it. And were the Garleans to learn that their future ruler is a puppet, the Empire would be shaken to the core.
But at the risk of sounding stupid, would they actually believe such an unlikely story? I didn't.
Ordinarily not. But prior to his miraculous recovery, rumors of Xenos' death had already begun to circulate around the Empire. Ultimately, however, what the masses believe is not our chief concern. Our true objective is to create an opening for rival factions within Garlemald to exploit.
Just as a war of
Freshwater!
succession erupted in the
Fresh!
wake of Emperor Solus's
Thank you
death.
for the sub.
A war which raged until but recently, plunging the Imperial House into disarray as nephew and uncle grappled for the
That
throne.
reminds me. I gotta check something.
It is no coincidence that one of Varys' first acts as Emperor was to name Xenos heir apparent. Family feuds being so tiresome when armies are involved. Not all welcomed his choice of successor, however. There is no shortage of individuals who aspire to the throne, who would jump at any chance to seize power. The news that Xenos is not only dead, but a puppet to diabolical forces, would be too enticing to ignore.
The Empire would not be quick to recover from a second war of
I
succession.
may have had someone working on sub badges.
I am no stranger
They
to
just
infiltrating Imperial
skip the
territory.
cutscene.
With a team of operatives gathered from among the Alliance.
Fine. Just for you, Fresh.
Dorm-
But I may have had someone working on sub badges that are based off of a joke between, like, me, Ariel, and Mankey Man. But it's voiced. I know, Ash, but I was giving it to Fresh since he just resubbed. Angry face. You skip voice cuts. Thank you for the subs. That's an excessive amount of subs. It's too many subs. A lot of 10 gifted subs. God. Well, congratulations to anyone who's watching who now has a sub. Of all the people who got it, I think Timed is the most likely to be watching. Are we finally gonna have people start passing out? So many little pop-ups.
God, it's good
so
to see
many.
you.
Woo!
Would that our meeting were under happier circumstances. I
Gifted
judged
the
the
sub.
voice sufficient
It is
cause for
anonymous.
concern even before you said
If
word
they
of
didn't
its
want it
effect
to be
on our
anonymous,
comrade.
they wouldn't have donated the sub, gifted the subs anonymously.
You heard it too, then?
But I thank them nonetheless.
Aye. And all but certainly at the selfsame instant. Alas, pained as I was, I could make little sense of what few words did then reach mine ears.
Although, the anonymous person did just jump us
Who do you
into a
think is
level 4
responsible?
hype train.
Could this be the Ascians doing?
But it's obvious who did it.
That
Hey!
I cannot say. Not when so little is known.
Ere I indulge in speculation,
I will
would
let them be
examine
anonymous
Thancred
if
with
they
mine
want
own
to.
eyes.
Regardless of any obviousness.
To Alamigo, then, without further delay.
One other thing. During my visit to the Far East, I observed a strange phenomenon.
Thou referrest, I presume, to the localized reduction in etheric density.
Well, that spares me the trouble of an
Jesus!
explanation. Yes.
Holy
I know
crap!
to precisely that.
That
to
is one
apparently
way to hop
unconnected
into the
locations.
chat.
I take
So,
it the phenomenon is not limited to the Far East.
Dapperham, welcome.
Indeed
Big
not.
dick hype.
Of late, our agents charged with surveilling the beast
So,
tribes
fun
have
fact,
spoken of little
100
else.
bits also equals a
In
throw.
every corner of the realm, they tell of places in which the ether hath grown thin. Naturally, my suspicions
I wasn't
first turned
expecting
to
that.
primal activity. But the areas thus affected betray no evidence of summoning. I must confess to being quite perplexed.
If the same phenomenon is being observed in multiple locations on opposite sides of the world, we may safely discount regional factors. Needless to say, this warrants further investigation.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Indeed, I shall make it my task to...
Holy crap! It was an army of them!
It calleth to me once
Oh,
more.
Jesus. Wind throws. But this is Dragon's Dogma 2. Hey, you can earn perfectly good throws with your normal channel points. Now you can
I
afford
hear it too.
Dragon's Dogma 2. God damn, people. Wait, what's... You know what, Fresh? Why aren't you streaming Dragon's Dogma 2?
No!
Game seems right up your alley.
Ishtola! Urianger!
Throw wide the gates.
I didn't like Dragon's Dogma 1. Ah, well, you know, that would explain it. Because, you know, that's pretty much my exact same excuse was
No, this
I
can't
didn't
be
care for Dragon's
happening!
Dogma 1, why would I play number 2? Ash, thank you for all the bits. My head
Y'shtola!
hurts a little, though.
Urianger! Open your eyes! Open your eyes, I beg you. Say something.
Receive a level 3
Anything.
hype train emote.
Not again. Please, not again.
We gotta. Twitch put a little haha cat emote in here for me. You need to actually kill off these scions off. I think the only scion that they could reasonably kill off without making anyone mad would be Urianger. Thank you. Anyone else, I just couldn't see them doing. Alright, just speak. Oh, no! No, we're not about to start this Forgot Alisaie gets way into wanting to help instead of trying to save our friends, she gets deep into the let's save the one things. The Kobold or whatever they were. Should kill off Estinian? They could definitely get away with killing off Estinian, just there's a lot of people who like Estinian. Although it would be very dramatic. It would deeply affect Alphino. So I could see that happening. While I don't know if they are going to kill off any of the main scions, I do think Square needs to be more okay with killing characters off and leaving them
Here he is,
dead.
my lady.
Kabbu, how you doing?
Kabbu, it's been too long.
Are you out of your mind? Should kill off the Hrothgar?
I'm afraid
They're
there's been
definitely
no
not gonna
change.
kill her
If
off.
he can see or hear us, he has given no sign.
I see.
Yeah, I don't
He's
see them
still
killing off
fighting.
any of the scions, but like when
I'm
they
proud
killed
of
off the Sultana back in A Realm Reborn, I think it would have really worked out
We promised that we would come
if
and
she
visit you
stayed
together,
dead.
didn't we?
I don't think they had to
Alphino
bring
and
her back.
I'm sorry.
I don't
that we
think
haven't
her
managed
coming
that
back
yet.
brought enough back to the table.
You know, with the three of us like this, does it not remind you of that night? Of the stars beyond count twinkling in the heavens? I was feeling pretty low back then. Powerless. But I knew that my brother was
Take
close
one
by
time,
if I
kill
needed him,
Yida.
and that the others would be waiting for me back at the Rising Stones.
Already done? Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't Ida dead?
Not like now.
Am I thinking of the wrong person? Wasn't Ida Lisa's
I've seen my
sister?
share of trouble since coming to
It's A Realm
Eorzea.
Reborn, right?
Been reminded again and again of my limitations, of how little I can change about this world. And I've come to know the sorrow of parting. all
I'm
too
fairly
well.
certain Ida was dead.
But to have the people I hold dear struck down before my eyes, and be powerless to help them, that I cannot bear.
Really? Because we're all pretty much having to bear it right now. Only person working on it, I'm pretty sure, is Cariel. Or Kryl. Thinking of people's names. Hey, look. Bitch, you're not alone. You got friends.
And for that I am grateful.
Cariel!
I don't know what I would do without you.
Speak of the devil and they shall appear. Welcome.
Well, that's more than enough brooding for one day. Come on. We have friends to
The lurk
save.
in the back. Ida died when the Garleans stabbed on Alamigo. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's one way you could put it. Alright, what's this random quest you're taking me on? Oh, back to the Rising Stones. I wonder what's going to be like our base of operations. You know what? I also kind of wonder, what are the inn rooms going to look like in the new area? That'll be interesting. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace. Oh, is this when we meet? Fucking... Why am I blanking on his name? Emmett! Or, no, that... maybe not.
The Populares no longer present an obstacle. Now is the time to bring the Empire's might to bear. A word from your Radiance is all it takes. But one word, and the Imperial army will fall upon Alamigo as a pack of bloodthirsty wolves and tear that feeble nation apart.
God, the pixel change between him and his
Have you
father.
no words for me? Despite the lengths I go to, an emissary playing the part of a fool. When first I took this face, I swore to use all of my knowledge, all of my power, to further the cause of the Empire. My deeds stand testament to my commitment. And with this adamant flesh at my disposal, I could destroy the Icon Slayer as easily as one might swat a fly. Why do you hesitate? Our enemy is resourceful. Though victory is certain now, it will not remain so indefinitely.
Stop brooding, Emperor.
Deliberate
You're
if you
doing your
must, but
job.
be quick about it. We'll speak again when you have unburdened yourself of doubt. Until then, I take my leave, Father.
I should be the one to sigh.
It is when we get to meet him.
I played my part to perfection. I had earned my rest, and then, thanks to La Habrea's crowning act of idiocy, our favorite emissary sees fit to summon me back. Elidibus was ever a warrior. A most tiresome trait, would you not agree?
He looks better with long hair.
What? Have you no words for me either? No matter. I've long grown weary of this mummery.
I love how overly dramatic this man is.
Now, my dearest grandson, let me remind you of your place in the simplest of terms. You do not make judgments, you administer
Worst
them.
villain?
Swiftly and to the letter. Naught else is your concern. Elidibus may be an insufferable bore, but he is no fool. His choices as emissary seldom err. If aught threatens the balance twixt light and dark, it falls to you to remove it. Be it by your own hands or by your armies, you have ample means at your disposal. That is why this empire exists, why I built it. Oh dear, have I touched a nerve?
Just
you
the
always
difference
were
in
an
the eye
easy one to
shaders
read.
between the two models. They really should have
pity
updated the
you, I
Emperor's
do.
model before
As
making
they
this
say,
cutscene.
ignorance is bliss. And I know how much happier you would be not knowing the things you know. The founding father was an Ascian, and he created the Empire solely for the purpose of sowing the seeds of chaos. Don't take it personally. I merely do my duty. To bring about a calamity requires no small amount of power, and there is no surer way to obtain such power than by collecting powerful pawns.
Yeah, you guys have actually been very
To
bad
that
at
end,
collecting powerful
I
pawns.
have labored long and hard, and I must say I am quite pleased with my handiwork, paltry though it seems in comparison to Alag.
You fiends are overfond of your own voices. Mark me, Ascian. Man is the master of his own destiny.
He's still your grandpa, though. Great-grandpa? Great-great-grandpa? I don't remember how many greats.
Such a waste of time and energy, both yours and mine. Lest you forget you are Emperor now. If you wish to spout drivel about man's destiny, save it for the masses. It will serve to give them a sense of purpose, and you pliant pieces for the game. Oh, do stop sulking, boy. You, of all people, should understand. Ours is a struggle to restore both mankind and the world to their rightful state. Viewed thus, our goals are one and the same.
You guys can't... Screen's in the way, but the Emperor's hat. I can't imagine wearing that for more than a couple minutes. It's just insanely big. Meanwhile, at the Resistance encampment somewhere in the Empire. Oh my god, they're all dead. They've been gassed. Oh, this part isn't voiced? Oh, well, that's disappointing. In that case, yep.
I'm glad you've come, though I'm afraid there's little in the way of good news.
I mean...
After you left, we reached out to
really
both the
crapshoot
Alchemist
whether you
Guild
guys are
and
going to have
Starglade
good
Fane
news.
and attempted all manner of treatments. But the results were always the same. Whatever the answer is, it's not alchemy or conjuring. Why did it have to be Y'shtola and Urianger and not me? Out of all of us, they are the ones who could feasibly have solved this puzzle.
Probably why they were the first.
God, it's all going wrong.
Can't have plot
Where do we
holes
even
like somebody
start?
being able to figure this shit out.
A grave situation indeed. Might I be of some assistance?
Yeah, Kiriel, you're probably one of the only ones who could help.
Kryle! I did
Kryle.
not think you well enough to travel.
Fuck, I'm mixing up names now again. Oh,
When
bash
word
my
reached
head
me of
in.
the plight of our friends,
Maybe then
I
I'll
could
remember.
not well stay
I
away.
don't know why I'm so bad
As
with
a
names.
fellow scion, not to mention your erstwhile mentor, this is one of those times you should feel free to call on me, regardless of my personal circumstances.
Ah, Jesus! Yeah, you know what? I deserve
yes,
that.
I
That's
should have
my
thought
bad.
of that.
You know what? You can have those points back, too. That's
Thank you
how
for
much I
coming,
deserve
Kryle.
that.
We
Requested
would welcome your insight.
That's one way to put it.
And I should be happy to provide it. Now, what's this I hear about Alphino heading into Imperial territory? That boy always did have some funny ideas. Do you remember the speech he gave when he was accepted to the Studium?
My life's goal is naught less than the salvation of this star.
Hey, don't you two laugh. You never know what's gonna happen.
That particular grand pronouncement has been a source of great embarrassment to him, as you know. But the fact of the matter is, he meant every word and has lived his life accordingly.
Fuck, I need more water. Hold up, I'll be
Yes,
back.
he remains altruistic to a fault. But I'm worried he was too fixated on his goals to see the dangers, as has happened before.
You needn't be so concerned. Though his values remain the same, Alphino is not the blinkered boy he once was. Slowly but surely his eyes have been opened, thanks to a certain someone. A certain someone whom he'd be mortified to learn had heard about his little speech. Mum's the word, eh? Right, I'd better have a look at our patients. They're in the infirmary, I assume. I'll need absolute quiet, so it would be best if I did this alone. If you'll excuse me. All three are in fine physical health. At a glance, I would say they were merely sound asleep. Except for the fact that I couldn't sense the slightest trace of them in their bodies. It's as if their souls have taken leave of their physical forms.
Ah, yes. The Elder Seedseer made a similar observation.
I've read the report.
Alright, I got water.
When you heard this mysterious voice, you described feeling as if you were somewhere else, yes?
I also may have been distracted by a cookie.
If we assume the ether which comprises your essence is being drawn to some other place, then it may be possible to follow the trail it leaves behind, just as we did in our search for Thancred.
I wasn't around for that, but I can't imagine it was easy.
Actually, it was pretty easy. We just
it
went and
wasn't.
borrowed a
But that's no reason
little
not to
ball.
try. I will have need of Master Matoya's crystal eye if I'm even to make the attempt. So I suggest we pay her a visit.
Matoya's place. Ah, back to the Heavensward areas. The areas with not enough Aetherites. You know, if I say so myself, I'll make some damn fine chocolate chip cookies. Get some Oreos? Look. Oreos ain't got nothing on homemade cookies. Even Oreos with milk don't got nothing on homemade cookies. Not a bad take. Best take. Only take.
Come to disturb my peace again, have you? I hide myself away in a cave, and still you people insist on pestering me with your problems. Oh, I mistook you for young what's-his-name, but I see now you're the sister. Weren't you supposed to be the lively one? I've seen happier faces at a rain-sodden burial.
Well, I'm sorry to dash your expectations, but the situation isn't exactly conducive to gaiety.
Ha! That's more like it. Stoller used to spit and hiss like a wildcat too. Better for a young thing like you to be filled with fire and leave the doom and gloom to your elders. Now, what exactly does this tragic situation of yours have to do with me?
We need your looking glass
If I may,
ball
Master
thing.
Matoya, we have need of your crystal
This guy
eye
sounds
once
like-
more.
Can't take this fucking guy. This guy sounds like Luna. Wait, who?
And
Matoya?
Stoller is
I
one
sound
of
like an old lady? Fuck!
Very well.
I'm gonna crawl
She
in a
may be
bed
an
and
ungrateful
cry for an
stray,
hour.
but she's mine,
You sound like an
ungrateful
old
stray,
lady.
And I'll not see her buried before I am.
You know? No, the guy with the big ass ears. What? What guy with the
Right.
big ass
Let us
ears?
see what we can see.
Koya,
I'll
obviously.
begin from where our friends first fell.
God,
and cast my senses out
you!
from there.
Don't confuse me like I missed something! You son of a bitch. Some people wonder why I needed cursing on my stream. This is why.
What is it? Did you find them?
Chad is here to drive me mad.
Wait, this doesn't make sense. How is it even possible?
How is what possible? Kryl, what did you see?
The threads, they just ended. And no, I didn't lose track of them. I followed them as far as they went. It's as if they were cut off.
Could the ether have dissipated if it had? Oh gods! Their bodies are just husks. It's like the Broodmother's daughter all over again.
No, this is different. The Kalyana girl was already dead, body and soul, when Lakshmi effected her resurrection.
Aye, let's not jump to conclusions. If their physical forms yet breathe and show no signs of wasting, then it follows that their souls must still be intact.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna take it as a compliment. If I can sound like an old lady, maybe I could get into voice acting.
That's
Do some
the
old lady
question,
parts.
isn't it, girl? Death has not taken them to the ethereal sea, yet there are no tracks left for us to follow.
We're no closer to an answer than when we started. But knowing their souls are still out there is progress of a sort. We just have to keep looking. Pray, excuse me a moment. Yes? I remember, but... What, to Alamigo? We're on our way. That was Lise. Apparently, a group of Populares have defected to Alamigo, and Maxima, the envoy Alphino left with, is one of them.
Koya and her visibly big ears.
I'm sorry. I realize
Lore?
we've barely begun here, but...
Yeah, don't even act like you know what Fresh was talking about.
Go, child, go! You've made up your mind, and life's too short for dithering.
I'll do some digging in the meantime and see if there isn't some other method we could use to continue the search.
Let's be off then.
Bum bum bum.
Oh, not again. The enchantment barely seems to take these days. I chalk it up to old age, but I rather doubt it's that simple.
Before they took ill, Y'shtola and Urianger were sharing notes on a thinning of the ether. It seems to be happening all over.
Does it now? And here I was, all set to blame my woes on that creaking mountain of refuse clogging up the Thaliak. I fear something has gone awry. Still, there's no
You know,
gain from
I
starting
played through this
troubles.
whole game twice, and I didn't realize they were dropping hints for Endwalker all the way back here. Explain? What do you mean explain? The aether is thinning on the planet. It's gonna let the Dynamis in. We're all gonna die to the bird, but nobody knows it. Because technically the bird doesn't go off on its random tangent until we go into the past and initiate the random tangenting. We gotta close the loop. What is the Dynamis? Don't... You know what, Fresh? You made it this far without knowing what Dynamis is. You don't need to know. You know, sometimes I forget my rule that I give myself when people ask questions, which is give the minimum amount of information necessary. Nobody needs the extra information. All the extra information does is bring in more questions that I don't got time for.
I'm sorry to drag you halfway across the realm, but when Maxima mentioned Alphino, I thought you'd want to hear the news in person.
No, actually, I would have preferred to hear the news as quickly as possible.
Ah, we meet again. Though I was hoping our reunion would be under more auspicious circumstances.
What happened to my brother? Where is Alphino?
Fresh,
never fear, my lady.
I have a 100% winning streak on CC, and I have no plans on breaking that.
Changed.
You assume?
And it was against you.
If you will allow me, I shall endeavor to explain events.
Best and only match of CC I've ever
Our troubles
played.
began not long after we departed Doma.
Never gonna break that
While
streak.
crossing the burn, we were fired upon by the Emperor's personal guard and forced to make an emergency landing.
Bad team. One win is not a streak.
As
It's
we
a
stumbled from
streak
the
to
wreckage,
me.
our attackers fell upon us again, and we would have perished there and then were it not for the intercession of a third party, a band of mercenaries whose leader claimed to pursue a vendetta against the Ascians. This Shadow Hunter, as he styled himself, then escorted us out of the wastes to relative safety. Upon arriving back in civilization, I gathered my Populares colleagues and prepared to flee the Empire. Master Alphino, however, declined the invitation to join us, preferring to continue his investigation into the Ascian threat.
You know, why would he call him a shadow hunter? He has to know who Gaius and Belstar is.
At least he's not lying in a heap in the burn. Tell us more about these Ascian hunters. Who are they? And is Alphino still with them?
He is. As to who they are, I'm afraid I have nothing to tell you. Beyond the fact that they root out and destroy Ascians, they were unwilling to divulge anything which might serve to identify them. They would not even reveal their next destination. But Master Alphino asked to accompany them all the same. Since parting company with your brother, we've been engaged in a game of cat and mouse with the Emperor's Guard. We made our way through province after province, finding the army busy restoring order wherever we went, until we finally arrived here in Alamigo. I cannot thank Commander Aldin enough for giving us such an unexpectedly warm welcome.
I'm not inclined to turn away refugees, no matter which land they call home. And if they can tell me how things lie in Garlemald, all the better.
On that subject, there is much I would tell you. During the course of our journey, we heard tales that an entire rebel army had been slaughtered in the space of a single night. It would seem my former comrades grew tired of putting down uprisings in the conventional manner, and chose instead to bring a formidable new weapon to bear. Details were sparse, but the rumor alone was enough to dampen the flames of rebellion. I have also heard reports that several companies have withdrawn from their designated provinces and begun marching westward. It is my assessment that the Empire's forces are mobilizing for a large-scale military engagement.
Westward? You mean they're getting ready to invade Alamigo?
We knew this was coming, but not that it would be so soon.
We've barely even begun to shore up our defenses. They won't stop an invading army.
No, they won't. Dispatch messengers to the Alliance leadership requesting reinforcements, and send word to our officers in the field to hasten completion of those border fortifications. Prepare to meet the Imperials head on! No matter how quickly we act, we still want for time. When the enemy comes into view, our best recourse will be to open negotiations with their commander, and see that the ensuing proceedings take as long as possible.
Would you and Alisaie head to Doma and let Lord Hien know about this? I'm sure he'll want to hear about Alphinaud too.
Yeah, considering he's got the special magic wall to protect his place.
We'll send word when...
Untold sorrow must be changed. Ahead looms a calamity.
Man, they really forgot about Hien.
Throw wide the gates.
You heard it too. Well, at least we're both still standing.
Oh, thank the gods. I thought we'd lost you for a moment there. Why does this keep happening?
I wish
We're looking into it.
Nothing we've tried has brought us any closer to an answer. We'll keep working on it. But first, we need to go and see Lord Hien.
Maybe I go see Lord Hien. Maybe you, like, take a rest. God damn it, he's in the Enclave. I hate that I can't just click here and it opened the Enclave map. That is a place. Hold up. I thought it was like a guard for a second. And then I was like, no, there's no guard there. It's just leaning over here. Okay. That threw me off. Front lines when? Front lines tomorrow at noon. Yeah, there you go. That's when. The front lines tomorrow at noon. It'll be done just in time for maps. And then EO. Yep. But EO tomorrow? Yeah, front lines at noon, then maps, then EO. Dude, you should bail on them for EO so they have to actually work for the clear? What do you... They are perfectly capable of getting that clear without me. I am not necessary to the clear. In fact, the only reason I got wrapped up in the helping them do the clear was because you had, like, disappeared on us, or your computer or internet went out again. And they were like, well, do you want to help just get some, we weren't even trying to go for a clear to begin with. We were in it for, like, a meme build that was just gathering the armor stuff. I'm amazed we made it as far as we did.
It seems the engineers have matters well in hand. Should the barrier work as we intend, Doma will be free to reinforce her allies in Alamigo without fear of weakening her own borders. Honored friends, the time has come to put your hard work to the test. Start the generator.
Node 1 is operational. Nodes 2 to 8 are reporting similar energy levels. The barrier is forming. $1,000 yards, 2,000, 3,000. Expansion remains smooth. No fluctuations detected. $4,000, 5,000. Target altitude reached. The barrier is holding steady at 5,000 yards. We've done it.
Is that an Imperial airship? Of all the rotten timing.
But this is a gift, Mistress Alisaie. They can test our new wool for us. Seems solid enough, though I was hoping for a fireball.
Well, I'm glad it wasn't a fireball. We'd be short one brother.
By the gods, it's Alphinaud. What are you? Let me go! He has my brother!
Lower the barrier!
At least that Ian had enough foresight to be like, look, bitch, you ain't running through the goddamn wall.
Be at ease, girl. The lad is not dead, merely locked in slumber.
No, not him too.
We could identify no cause and found no remedy. Thus I sought to return him to Doma, and into the arms of Lord Hien himself, it would seem. It is a day for fated reunions.
Gaius,
would you not
how
agree,
you doing?
adventurer? Or should I address you as the Warrior of Light?
Either title's fine. We gonna call you the Wolf?
Aye. Gaius van Baelsar, the Black Wolf. That was the title I was given. One I have long since relinquished. Stand down. The legatus of the 14th Imperial Legion died in Castrum Meridianum. I am no more than Gaius Baelsar, a man without rank or allegiance.
Impossible! There's no way you could have survived!
Do you remember how it unfolded? How I was deceived by La Habrea? How I was convinced that reviving the Ultima weapon would allow me to bring peace to Eorzea? The Ascian used me, as he used so many others, all to further the restoration of his wretched god. Yet even with the might of Alec at my command, you bested me. And as the Praetorium went up in flames, I was content to burn along with it. For a moment, at least. A moment of folly. To surrender my life thus would have been to betray all who died for my cause. It was for them that I dragged myself free of the rubble, and swore vengeance on the Ascians.
It also, you know, probably wouldn't have went over well with your kids that you conveniently don't tell anyone about forever. Which reminds me, I still need to get the Gwibbler mount, the
never
little
to return
dragon
to
mounts.
Garlemald or her legions.
I still don't have any of them, as
I live
many of
now
the
only to
extremes as we've
exact
done.
revenge.
No one likes Sid, that's why no one
My
invited him to
principal
help
quarry
us
was
make
to be
it.
La Habrea, whom I gather you have since ushered onto oblivion. But so many more remain. Long as their kind lurked in the shadows, laboring to sow chaos throughout our world, I would see each and every one dragged into the light and put to the sword. Are the Scions not of like mind?
In this single respect, perhaps.
Then I shall continue the partnership the boy began, and share what intelligence I have acquired. Among the Ascians, the Black-Masked Ilk are subordinate to those who wear red. This you already know. Yet among the Red there exists a hierarchy. Those set adrift with the Shards clearly stand below those still joined to the Source. Nabriales, who once dared to intrude upon the Rising Stones, belonged to the former group, and while he was indeed a dangerous foe, his powers were inconsequential next to the paragons of the Source. The first was La Habrea, who plagues us no more. There is also the white-robed Elidibus, and the elusive Emmet Selk, about whom little is known.
We have files on La Habrea and Elidibus, but I believe this Emmet Selk is new to us? As I assume my brother told you, we have evidence to suggest that an Ascian now walks in the body of the Crown Prince. Have you identified this interloper?
Elidibus seems the most likely culprit. As emissary, it is his role to maintain the equilibrium between darkness and light. Your many deeds in Hydaelyn's name have upset the balance, and I believe he seeks to restore it by throwing his considerable power behind the Empire. As a leader of the Ascians, he is one of our primary targets. It was on the trail of this very prey that the boy and I came across the scene of a failed uprising.
You know what I never got?
Of a single
why
Garlean casualty,
Elidibus is
we
intent
inspected
on
the bodies of the rebels, and the lack of
keeping
any external
balance.
injury
Didn't make
drew
any
my
goddamn
immediate
sense.
attention.
Like their whole purpose was to
They
help.
had been slain by Black Rose, an alchemical invention of the Imperial Army. When I yet served as legatus, I ordered its production halted, and all
I'm having
stockpiles
a
destroyed.
terrible time
Toxic
remembering
gas
shit right
is
now.
not a tool of conquest,
And I don't know
but of
why.
extermination.
Toxic gas? This must be the new weapon Maxima warned us about. Something deadly enough to sweep away all resistance in a matter of hours. Gods. You don't think they're planning to use this in Alamigo, do you?
As Elidibus is balance. Yeah, but it
Put your
doesn't make
fears to
sense.
rest.
Why would they want to
We
keep balance
infiltrated
when
the
their whole
production
purpose is
facility
to
and
disturb the
destroyed all
balance in
existing
the other
stores of
worlds
the chemical along with
to
the
bring
plant
about
itself.
the rejoining?
Even should they rebuild the operation, they will not soon manufacture another batch.
Because their whole thing was they were going to sacrifice everyone to bring back their people.
Regardless, I would draw your attention to a directive we discovered in the plant's records. The document was marked with a recent date and authorized with the signature
Yeah,
of
the
one
rejoining
Zeno
of the
Siegalmus.
source and its 13 little parts.
A dead
14
man signing the death warrant
yeah,
for thousands.
13 cards.
Tis bad comedy.
Succeeded 7 times.
But the tale does not end there. Within that same facility was a chamber filled with devices of Allegan design. Cloning technology, we realized. And what should we find in each
Where
and
are
every
these other
incubator?
shards?
But a young
You spent a whole
Emperor
game
Solas.
playing on the shard of the first.
All of which
And
prompts
then you
the
spent
question.
like the whole
the
time
Ascians
complaining
responsible for
about
these
going to the
abominations,
shard of the
Or
13th
was it the will of the Emperor?
because it's all dark and broody.
I must know which hand guides the Empire. Though I have given up my rank, I am yet a son of Garlemald, and I will fight for the future of my homeland. It is time I return to the hunting of shadows. We should focus on our common foe. To reopen old quarrels now would serve no purpose.
You saved my brother's life, so I'm willing to let sleeping dogs lie. But in truth, it's not my decision to make.
Yep, for important matters.
There was a time when I scorned those who placed their faith in false gods, even as I, in my blinkered conviction, place mine in Ascian promises. Unlike yours, my strength of will and my restraint was found wanting. We shall meet again, warrior of light.
So that was the infamous Black Wolf. An unexpected ally, to say the least. Well, I am content to leave the fine-tuning of the barrier to cleverer minds. Let us bid our friends from the Ironworks farewell, and see what can be done for Alphinaud back in Dorma.
Should make Ian evil? What's a crystal tower? I mean, I think there are ways you could try to make Ian evil. I just don't know how you would go about it.
Our supplies of Black Rose have been ruined, but the new plant is already under construction. We should have the first batch ready in time for the offensive, Your Radiance.
See that you do.
Ah, yes, the infamous Black Rose. If I recall correctly, Gaius did not much care for the invention. A ruthless and indiscriminate weapon indeed, this airborne poison. It seems you are capable of making decisions worthy of your bloodline.
With no gift for sorcery, we Garleans must look to Magitech to even the odds. If it spares the needless deaths of our soldiers and serves the cause of this empire, there is no method I would not employ.
How very noble of you. Truly, though, I must commend you for embracing your role as Emperor. You play the part of the determined ruler well. Sometimes even I catch myself believing. A silent agent of death. Now that I think on it, Black Rose may well possess the perfect aspect. Slowly but surely, the deluge of light has worked upon the ether here in the source, and the gas should be most susceptible to its influence. Well, I shall leave you to your own devices. Go forth and bloody the land with your grand and glorious war.
While you do what, precisely?
Need you ask? I will be doing what all Ascians do.
I am well aware that your kind exists only to usher in the next calamity. But you seem oblivious to the harm your singular agenda causes to the Empire. You cannot have forgotten the events which followed your mortal demise. Our homeland was plunged into civil war for your failure to name a successor. The edifice you so carefully constructed was but a hair's breadth from collapse.
Are you truly so naive? You thought me oblivious to the consequences of a departure so painstakingly timed?
It was by design?
Well, of course it was. Though I will admit the resulting panic exceeded even my wildest expectations. But how can you be surprised? Throwing the world into disarray was the very purpose for which this nation was, as you say, so carefully constructed. Now, if you have no further questions, I must be on my way. Since we may not meet again in this lifetime, it would be remiss of me not to offer a word or two of gratitude.
You know what's something I've thought about
doing? I really
doing?
must thank you for this surplus of vessels. I can
Is,
mold any host into my own image. but
trying
having bodies
an
tailor-made for me in this
MSQ
fashion is
speed run.
so much
No,
less
I'm not.
tiresome.
No ERP.
You dabbled in Allagan cloning techniques, yes? It certainly is a compelling, not to mention entertaining, field of research. And of
But I
all
have
the
thought
options
about doing
available,
an
you
MSQ
chose the founding father on whom to experiment. You have a twisted streak to you, Varus, like grandsire, like grandson, hey? If events play out as planned, this will become something of a family enterprise. You will be the capstone of this world, I the anchor and shard, and together we will give the lie to this star's fraudulent existence.
It obviously would be a like unofficial speedrun, because I don't think they have any speedruns for the whole MSQ. The only speedruns I've ever seen are for just A Realm Reborn. Of which, the current gold standard is 13 hours and 22 minutes. I don't know why I clicked on that. You and fast in the same sentence? Hey! I never said it'd be the best speedrun, just that it would be a speedrun. Bet Nora wins? Bet Nora wins what? Oh my god. Going for the
Welcome back,
longest
you
time
two.
taken.
Greetings, Lord Hugh. Glad you could join us.
Glad to be here. I would have come sooner, were our own defense is not in question, but I am pleased to report that our soldiers are assembling for deployment to Alamigo as we speak.
We're grateful for your support. Thanks to the efforts of our allies, it won't be long before we've established defensive positions on this front as well.
We have some good news too. Alphinaud has come back to us. As for the bad news...
So, Alphinaud won't wake up. Gaius van Baelsar is alive and hunting Ascians, and the Empire is planning to poison us all with toxic gas. Does that sound about right?
Absolutely right.
Ordinarily, any one of those things would have left me in shock. But the way things have been lately, it's all starting to seem pretty normal. Getting back to your report, are we sure this Black Rose is the weapon Maxima was talking about?
It fits the description. And it seems we have Alphinaud to thank for sparing us an early demonstration of its effectiveness. I have a feeling this won't be the last time his bravery in the Empire will serve us here in Eorzea. The threat of an unknown weapon has had us all on edge. But now that we know what we're dealing with, we can take steps to defend against it. As for Gaius, I'm not sure what to think. Am I happy he's alive? Not in the slightest. Am I happy he's hunting Ascians? Aye, I'd have to say I am.
Oh, speaking of Garleans you didn't expect to see, we have a tale of our own, as it happens. When we sent envoys to the Imperial Army to request talks, they returned with the message that Varys Zos Galvus would be attending.
The Emperor himself. Well, Varys did sanction the Popularis peace mission. But knowing that an Ascian walks in his son's skin, I do not see how we can trust him or anyone from that nest of vipers.
The Alliance would proceed with negotiations regardless, if only to give ourselves more time to prepare. We do, however, require your cooperation.
Right. Yes. So, as a condition for the talks to go forward, the Empire has requested that a member of the Scions be present. There'll be a representative from each Alliance nation, of course, but I'm afraid we have to ask that you come along too.
God, Lise, you know how much I hate politics. But then, what choice do I have? Alphino and the others aren't going to do it. Very well. I shall attend as the Scion's representative.
In case you're wondering why I didn't ask you, the Empire also requested the presence of Eorzea's champion.
Well, not fond of politics, but I'll be there.
Oh, you're not, are you? Come on, if Alisaie can put on a brave face, then so can you. Now, we don't know what Varys means to bring to the table, or why he wants you there, but having you close at hand should make all the difference.
The meeting will take place on the border. Anticipating an early assault, we mean to position the bulk of our forces nearby.
The Alliance leaders should already be on their way. Once you're ready, we can head out and join them.
Yes, let's talk to the Emperor. Okay, ugly AF. Yeah, and his model has never been
Esteemed
updated.
representatives of the Eorzean Alliance. On behalf of the Garlean Empire, I thank you for inviting me here today. As this parley was convened at your request, I invite you to speak first.
Very well, Your Radiance. I, Nanimo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, should be pleased to oblige you. As recent events in Alamigo and Doma have made plain, the subjugation and exploitation of neighboring nations is not a sustainable policy.
So I can get yelled at by someone else that I skipped a voiced cutscene?
Should this day end in war, you may very well defeat us. But you will never extinguish the people's desire for freedom. Though it may not be in our lifetime, there will be another revolution, another war.
Imagine sitting across from Alala and having to accept that that is one of the heads of state.
Doma has entered into a concord with the nations of Eorzea, a partnership wherein we recognize one another as equals. Garlemald could be afforded similar treatment. You need only set aside your ambitions and join us in paving a path towards peace.
You know what? You did. You did. It was back at the beginning.
You will not win me over with sophistry.
I'll give you this.
As you know only too well, this...
Good joke. Oh god, we couldn't convince him. Oh no. How will we get past his pretty little words? Invite him to explain himself. Alright, we've spoken with everyone. Bring the Emperor back in. Cutscene part 2.
Now then, who would have the floor?
Before we resume, I wish to offer you an apology. After you graciously accepted our invitation to discuss an armistice, we have done naught but rebuke you at every opportunity. I believe I speak for all of us when I say we are deeply sorry for our discourtesy.
I'll admit your familiarity with our affair surprised me, and served to remind me how little I know of yours.
I think all here can understand the desire to reclaim one's homeland. But why expand further? That is my question.
If I may, the answer can be found in the Imperial doctrine they took great pains to impart to my people. Recognizing the threat Icons posed to the world, Solus Zos Galvus decreed that they were to be eradicated. To this end, he began a campaign to unite all lands under the Garlean banner. Or so we were taught. Yet the Emperor only reached the burn, the Baron said to have been laid waste by Icons, after conquering all the lands that lay between. What is more, I am quite certain the practice of summoning was not nearly so widespread in the days before the Empire's founding.
When you put it like that, it all starts to sound like an excuse, doesn't it? But to distract from what? Why are you really waging this war?
Because our country is run by an Ascian!
Finally, you ask the right question. I can but hope you heed mine answer and at last accept the righteousness of our cause. My goal is this: to return the world to the way it once was, the way it was always meant to be. In doing so, mankind will be made whole once more. No longer will we suffer from the dissension born of our differences. There will be but one race, a perfect race, as we were when time began.
What in Rhalgr's name are you talking about?
I am talking about the origins of this star, of the source and its 13 reflections. At the instant of the Great Sundering, 'twas not only the world that was shattered, but mankind itself. Thus were we divided into myriad races, each with its own unique imperfections. That is why man looks upon his neighbor and feels fear and hatred, why he wages war, why he kills his brother.
Race Elven is the ancient?
You all in your own way have proven as much today. The peace you seek is
What
but a
race even
fleeting
is
solution to a fundamental problem. One which calls for more drastic measures. To bring about everlasting peace, our worlds must be rejoined.
I wish they would make an ERP.
That is the goal the
Make
Empire would see
ERP canon in the
realized.
game?
The glorious future unto which we shall one
I
day
don't see that ever
shepherd
happening.
mankind.
A rejoining of worlds.
I have heard this tale of the source and its reflections
Lalafell.
before.
They did not.
Are these not the self-same desires as the Ascians?
Emperor Varys, do not trust in their words. They will lead you to your doom. My father thought to use them, but in the end he succumbed to their temptations. He embraced summoning like so many other pawns before him.
Casinos.
Do not tell us you mean to do the same.
To be a pawn, free from the burden of choice, would be a blessing. But I forswore that privilege the day I learned that the Garlean Empire was built by the hand of an Ascian.
What?
Yes. My grandsire, the former emperor, is of their number. And who better to build an empire capable of bringing about the calamitous change we desire? Would you condemn me for this alliance? For bowing to the will of these shadowy masters, when the prize is true and lasting peace?
Your prize is a lie.
I come not to conquer, but to liberate. To free man from the prison of divergence.
Imagine a world united. One perfect race beneath a single standard. An army before whose might these servants of darkness and light would fly as leaves in a storm, never again to meddle in man's affairs. We would be the masters of our own fate. I bid you join
worlds
me,
that everyone
not as
gains
subjects of
creation magic
Garlemald,
and
but
get
of a
infinite
new
kill.
nation.
You
And
know,
together we shall win freedom for ourselves and generations yet
there was
unborn.
a theory that someone once posed that I heard about where
You want to trigger another
our
half-dozen
crafting
calamities?
magic
You can't
is
be
just
serious.
dumbed down creation magic.
Have you forgotten how many died? There will be no one left.
Do you truly imagine we would aid you in your bloodletting?
It is unthinkable, unconscionable.
And what is the alternative? To be as cattle waiting
They're
for
all
slaughter?
standing up to
I
leave.
would have us work together, that we might take fate into our own hands.
Into your hands, perhaps. But what of the other worlds, your radiance? With every calamity, you obliterate a star and every soul that dwells on it.
To the Ascians, we are all but tiny, momentary specks within an indifferent universe. We cannot hope to oppose them until we have been made whole once more.
Are these truly the words of Garlemald's ruler? The flaws and foibles which you so abhor are what make us who we are. Every nation, even yours, Emperor Varys, is made whole through the combination of these imperfections, the strengths of one compensating for the weaknesses of another. While it is true that man succumbs all too often to anger and avarice, he may yet overcome his baser instincts through the forming of bonds with others, fostering community and cooperation. That the protector of an empire should not only reject these fundamental truths, but seek to change them at so dear a cost to life is indefensible. Such a man is not fit to govern.
And you, warrior of light, would you refuse me as well?
We can defeat the Ascians as we are. I know how this goes. Because the Eorzeans are dumb. When all rejoining happens, Emmet was gonna just...
It would seem the Alliance is of one mind on this matter.
Revive all the ones that died? Or like stop being an Eorzean puppet. He wasn't gonna revive any of us. He was only gonna revive his people.
You Eorzeans never cease to disappoint me. Though I suppose I have only myself to blame for expecting more from savages. This discussion is at an end. I bid you make ready for our next meeting. It will not be at the negotiating table.
Alright, come on, prepare the fight. Ergo, he revives the superior version of us. Front lines, please. No, I told you no front lines till tomorrow.
I'm not sure what I was expecting from our meeting with the Emperor, but it wasn't that. Still,
alright, I'm bored of
least...
politics. I don't care that it's voice. Gimlet Dark. Okay. He's on. Look, I'm not asking this time. I'm just going in. Huh? I'm waiting for people to get on. Doing my Gimlet Dark and I'm running away. No, I won't be rude. Anybody want to go do to get Gimlet Dark? Fresh lore. Ash, if you're still up. Sure. Invite. Fresh, where are you at? Because I can't, you're not on my friends list. I can't invite you. Online. I know you're... Look, you can be online all you want. I'm not in the FC, and you're not on my friends list. I can't just fucking poof you out of nowhere. Found a fresh. Why not? Look, I did a player search and I found a fresh. I didn't find a fresh water. Yeah, the only person I'm finding is a fresh. Psych. Person behind you. That means he offline. I don't know why you guys gotta do me dirty like this all the time. So cruel, so mean. Ah, fuck, Jesus. My point. Oh god, not that song. Oh, Jesus. That one... Those people get very uppity about their music being played in backgrounds. I'm hoping that that it was so little that it won't pop up. I doubt it will. Go to a venue? Motherfucker, I'm doing a dungeon run. I'm not going to venues right now. Do it. Go to ERP. Why you guys gotta be like this? Just need to do some Gimlet Dark. Customer's always right. You know, I'm pretty sure the full quote is the customer is always right in matters of taste. Which means that the customer could be like their taste. They can have meals they like. They can have certain looks that they like. It doesn't mean the customer's always right. Oh, I don't think that was ever the quote. That's bullshit people made up to force people to do shit they didn't want. Hello. Wipe. We'll be fine. Lore, why? Why must you stand in the fire? Man's out here standing in the fire in the flame. Did it.
Where did I say that to? God damn it!
Oh! Teiwu's here!
Yeah, I'm trying to show you a thing! But I can't show you a thing because I fucking lost it!
Stream.
Documents?
Turn that back on.
That's what I'm thinking. That, literally, you cannot see what I did at all.
Nope. Oh, I cannot see it.
Nope. Nope. That looks literally terrible. Hold on. Hello.
Taping going Teiwu.
It looks.
Ready?
You just like redesigning something? Ah! Oh, look at that. You know what? Better art than I did.
Hold up. No, it looks. It's not popping. How do I get the fuck out of here? This time I can actually go to the thing. You still can't really see it. You can see it more in that one, but you can't really see it. And also the edge is that.
You underestimate me!
Yeah, K-Woo, how's FF Rebirth?
I haven't played it.
Holy crap, that was... It heard like an explosion outside.
Your house?
Yes. There was a giant white flash and then like... It can't be thunder, lightning. Where did it hit? But I fucking felt it in my feet, the ground, like, trembling.
Anywho. Let's try this one more time.
Are you a gamer, K-Woo?
There, that's what I'm thinking. I'm not a gamer. Clearly. You're in the middle of a fucking battle. Ugh.
Yes, I am.
Bruh. Anyways, that's what I'm thinking needs to happen, right? Like, switch to a slime so that I can compare.
You're gonna have to give me a minute.
As one!
God damn it. Also, like, I'm not playing all the Final Fantasies. That was never anything that I was doing. And also, like, I never planned on getting Rebirth. I did, however, steal pre-order bonuses for Rebirth, because they sent us a fuck ton while I was still working at GameStop. Did another explosion happen?
It was so fucking loud.
Maybe the people underneath your house are trying DD to when what?
These giant balls of flashes of light
outside your house? I don't know. What is DD2? I have no idea what you mean.
Dogma.
I don't know what Dragon's Dogma is really. Therefore, I shall not be playing it. Are you being a healer right now?
Yeah.
Getting blood for the Blood Lily? I actually don't work at GameStop anymore.
Blood for the Blood Lily is a thing, but I don't think I'm at the level where you get that.
No blood for the Blood Lily?
No.
What? Doubt? I quit GameStop. Dude, they were only fucking open from like noon to 7. And they wanted me to, like, work a fuck ton. And I was like, no thank you. I'm taking classes. And I literally do not want to get scheduled this much. And they were also bringing back their fucking credit card, which I know means that they were about to tell us that we were going to have to start promoting it. And like, homie, ain't no fucking way you're gonna convince me to promote a fucking credit card. No. No, I fucking hate my DM that I had. He was a dick. And he is, in fact, the reason why I quit. are very focused on a battle.
I am very focused. Mostly because there was a lot of healing that needed doing for a minute.
Also, why are you being a white man?
Why not?
Basic.
Basic. I'm basic.
Yeah,
you know what? Yeah, I am a basic bitch, and I'll live with it. Could have been the district manager.
Again, with that, no way was I going to ever become the district manager. That fucking sounded terrible.
Oh, well, fuck. I stepped in the wrong spot. Yeah, I misjudged what was gonna go off first. It was
do you
a
have
mistake.
a mage with you?
No, we got a bard and a dragoon.
And
then we've got a gunbreaker. I got this though, it's close enough.
Ooh, gross. I don't know about that. Wipe. That's what I'm saying.
My bad.
You couldn't just avoid the face puddles. You and the tank died. Wow.
No, the tank is still alive.
What?
The dragoon died. The floor tank died. Now they just gotta pass the DPS check. The two of them.
Yeah, I'm sure they won't bite.
Fresh, you weren't on. You guys got this.
What?
I'm cheering them on.
I mean, I wasn't invited to this run either, so, you know, that makes two of us.
Yeah,
Not that I would have done this
they got
run
the other
because
one. They
died,
got this.
So.
Lore, don't you turn on us.
Wait, is Lore there?
Yes, he is. He may have been standing there for a second.
Oh my god. Wow. Okay, go be your slime self so that I can compare.
All right.
We did it! I dare say they'll be reeling from this.
You missed out on the
my friend.
The hype train
I'm determined
earlier.
not to be outdone, but there seems to be no one left to fight.
I got the 10 gifted
A tactical
subs,
withdrawal, perhaps?
I got pelted with
We should give chase.
1,500 bits.
Finish them off while we have the chance.
Well, shit.
Imagine
didn't invite you yesterday and
won.
didn't invite.
Lord!
Wow. Wow.
I would have invited Fresh if Fresh was on.
The light will expunge all life.
I don't know, Fresh, are you on?
You can forestall
This sounds like some
the
slander to me.
Throw wide the gates.
Oh, you're about to start the good expansion.
Fresh, we have no proof of this.
I don't know, 2 people saying that Fresh is on?
Yeah,
Sounds
one of
like
them
Fresh
is
might be
Lore.
on.
You can never trust what Lore has to say.
Oh, no. Don't tell me.
Oh no.
Are you all right?
Oh, you have little like shines on the fucking top. Okay, well.
Yeah, the shines. Just
Quickly, we must get her back to
I
the
mean, I
encampment.
could have done that, okay? I just didn't realize that that was there. Don't worry, let me just add another fucking layer.
I don't know. Why'd you make me so... Why you make it so angry looking? Just... Arrgh. Gonna stop hating me? Oh, quick. Oh, not voice. Skip. I opened my curtain. I'm kind of waiting to see another lightning strike or whatever the fuck it was. It was just so close.
Let me try this again.
Skip. The weather just wants to say rain. Need to skip all the cutscenes and Dawn Trial since the story doesn't matter. Pretty sure the story's gonna matter. Skip.
Okay, this is probably the best I can do on rush notice. Is this... Do you think you could work with something like this to make a better slime?
I mean, could I animate it? Sure, I could animate it. I don't know that it would be better because you gotta have the layers for like inside the mouth.
I mean, yeah. Look, I am just doing general shape right now, okay? Because my biggest current issue is that you look fucking brown. And that, and maybe that is the fact that my eyes have been blinded by this red.
That's gonna be
so I can't
your
actually
eyes,
see
because I'm gonna be honest, that red is barely brighter than the red I'm using right now.
Dude, what's wrong with being brown? I feel like I'm walking into a trap. but Happy
Nothing
is a
wrong
red
with
slime
being brown.
and not a brown
I'm just
slime.
not brown.
Yeah. Anyways. So you're saying your issue is more with like shape and eyes and not
Yeah.
anything else?
Yeah.
And mouth?
Look, I mean, it definitely, look, I'm gonna be real honest, it looks like an MS Paint drawing, which is about what I've got
or
right
yours?
now. I mean, mine has very clean lines because of the way I made it. Yours is like...
Look, I fucking threw this together in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I don't
okay,
know why.
Chill. Why? You know what? Don't fucking come to me
Gonna put it on the
with
screen.
anything ever goddamn again.
Can I put it on the stream?
Yeah. I don't fucking care.
What do you think? We switch to this model over here. That guy. Nice cherry red. It'll take me a little while to animate
You know what?
it, but
Seeing it on stream, it looks like the same color. Maybe a smidgen more red.
nice flash game mob.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'll just give up on my drawing dreams right here. We're gonna throw them in the trash. I was never good at drawing anyways. I'll just leave my bed.
I think you've done plenty of good drawings. Just you're focused on more humanoid things, not slimes.
Have I drawn good drawings? I think that's a little questionable. That's a nasty JPEG. Wow. I'm so fucking insulted right
Look,
now.
This is the chat. You can never trust the chat.
Delete this. What?
You?
You know what? I'll never make anything ever again. That's how destroyed I am right now.
All
I'll
right.
just give up on all my art dreams.
Well, I'm tired. I'm gonna take a nap.
Wait, are you actually going to bed? Oh. Actually,
Yes.
yeah, it is close to that time. Yeah. Gosh.
I didn't want to do the next thing. I didn't know how long it'll take. So.
Oh my god, I lost my tablet pen for half a minute. And low key to replace it is like $30.
That actually doesn't sound that bad.
No, considering I spent like $200 to $300 on the tablet, yeah. Yeah.
And the streams keep getting shorter. Motherfucker, it's almost 3 hours long.
Actually,
I worked a
that's
full-time
fair.
job.
Your streams used to be from like 6:30 exactly to 10:30.
Look,
they used to be exactly 4
I
hours.
told
dude.
everyone they were late. The stream started late today because I got distracted making cookies.
Wait, you made more cookies?
I made more cookies.
Did you get different chocolate because you were
The
upset
real
with the chocolate I brought you?
The chocolate that doesn't
brought
burn.
You expensive chocolate.
You brought chocolate that burns. Bro, Frontlines tomorrow.
Homie, I swear to
Screw
fucking
this late
God.
these days, though.
You know, that don't feel wrong, honestly.
You guys, you know what? So weak. So weak.
You bring this on yourself, honestly.
We'll be back tomorrow. We'll be playing EO. We'll be playing Final Fantasy doing EO.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you